India, good evening. Thank you for joining us on Times Now. The Shrikanth Poojary case has had many twists and turns, and as we speak, Shrikanth Poojary has just walked out of jail. He has thanked Bajrang Dal and the Hindu groups and said that he was arrested because he was slated to visit Ayodhya. We have the first reaction of Shrikanth Poojary. Moments after he walked out of jail, he spoke exclusively to Times Now. Here's that interaction.
इंटरनेट के उसका भी क्या उसको बीजेपी सरकार है करके हमारे को लेके आए, उसको धन्यवाद बोलो। फिर भी हमारे तो केस नहीं करके बोले तो भी मेरा केस है करके बोले वो, मेरा केस कुछ भी नहीं है। मैं ठीक है रेशन लाने के करके बुला लेके गए तो तेरा केस है करके धमकी दे मेरे को। तो रिक्शा में इकलास होता मैं और पैसेंजर को छोड़ के आते इस टाइम बुला लेके आके पॉलिटिशियन ठहरा के अंदर भाग के हमारे को भी इधर भेजा हो।
आपको धमकाया? आप कह रहे हैं
धमकाएगा तो ये केस है करके बोले, धमकाया मेरे को, मेरा केस नहीं करके मैं है केस है करके उन्होंने बोले हो।
सर, सरकार कह रही कि आपके अब्सकॉन्डिंग थे, इसकी वजह से आपको अरेस्ट करके ले गए, आप कभी भी कोर्ट में इस इशू को लेकर नहीं आए। आप इनकार करते हैं?
नहीं मेरा कुछ भी केस इतने है तो कहीं का नहीं जानते मन।
सर, सरकार ने लिस्ट बनाई है, 16 केसेस आपके ऊपर दिखाया है, उसमें मटका का भी एक।
वो मटका रहे तो दिखला दें, तो अभी तो मटका दिखला दें दोनों। हाँ, पहला तो नहीं तो अभी तो दिखला दें, उसमें रेडी है मैं जाने के लिए। हम लिखते इतने के बाद में उसको जाने के रेडी है।
आपको क्या लगता है कि आप कार सेवक हैं, इसकी वजह से आपको टारगेट?
हम कार सेवक है, श्री राम मंदिर के लिए कार सेवक थे, उसको पहला उसके से मरते रहते हम। किधर भी झंडा भाते तो उधर ही भाते हम। राम सेना के लिए रेडी है मैं, अभी फिर भी जाने वाला मैं, राम सेना के लिए जाने वाला।
फिर आप जाएंगे, फिर आप अयोध्या जाएंगे? सर, सरकार कह रही है कि ये जो बीजेपी जो सपोर्ट कर रही है आपको, आपके खिलाफ 16 केसेस हैं, आप मटके केस में हैं, एक्साइज केस में आपको लगाया, ऐसे लोगों को अरेस्ट
दिखला दें, हम रेडी है तो उसको बारे में।
आपको सरकार और खासकर सिद्धरामैया को क्या कहना चाहेंगे? चीफ मिनिस्टर
किसको?
चीफ मिनिस्टर सिद्धरामैया और कांग्रेस सरकार को क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
उनका काम उन्होंने किया, हमारा काम हम ही करते रहते हैं। हमारे लोग तो चुप बैठे रहेंगे नहीं, सब सीधा करेंगे उसको। अब उनका सरकार है करके उनका लंकार है, अब हमारा सरकार है बाद में उसको हम ही लंकारते बाद में। हमारा सरकार है करके चुप बैठे में।
तो आपको क्या कहना है कि जो सरकार है, कार सेवक हैं आप, श्री राम के भक्त, इस वजह से आपको उसको जेल में डाला गया?
इसको राम सेना के लिए जो हमारे के लिए सेना है करके जो अंदर भाले है, उनका कांग्रेस का सेना है ना इधर भी, वो इसी दम के लिए हमारे को अंदर भाया है।
आप जेल से छूटने के बाद आपको दूसरा कार्य, नेक्स्ट का प्रोग्राम क्या है सर?
नेक्स्ट प्रोग्राम श्री राम जाने के लिए अयोध्या।
Imran now joining us live. Imran, you spoke to Shrikanth Poojary just as he walked out of jail. He says, I was targeted. This was a witch hunt.
Well, absolutely, Pranesh. This case has got national attention, especially now we are here. Shrikanth Poojary, after the BJP held a statewide protest, and we saw how there were war of words between Congress and BJP over this particular issue. While the Congress earlier said that, because he was absconding and they were acting on the old NBW cases based on which he was arrested, BJP, however, questioned the timing of it, saying that it is being done to harass the car sevaks. That's the reason why he's been arrested. Now, this matter of absconding was not even accepted by the court. They said that since he was wanted in 16 other cases and he also had done his Aadhaar recently, then very clearly that there is no question of absconding, and that became the ground for him to get bail. Now he just came out of the Hubballi sub-jail here, where he was arrested last week over this issue, and with a lot of BJP workers, VHP workers have come here to welcome him, and they say that this is nothing but an attack on the Ram Bucks here by the Karnataka Congress government, and the BJP is claiming victory here. And Shrikanth Poojary also said that he had never been absconding. In fact, all this while he was here in Hubballi itself, and if the Congress had cases, they say that of the 16 cases, 15 he has been acquitted, and this was one case which they not even one single notice was given to him, and suddenly they came to his house and arrested him. They said that this is a court summons and you have to come to the court, and that's the reason they took him from the house and he has been arrested. He says that he is a Ram Bhakt and he will continue to work for the issue on issues of Ram, and after leaving from here he will be going to Ayodhya to pay his respects, as he was he's a Ram Bhakt, and that will continue to do. And he, while speaking on the government, he said they did their work, I'll continue my work as a Ram Bhakt.
Okay, stay with us, Imran. You've also spoken to BJP leaders there, and we'll talk about it, play out those reactions. But let's open this up quickly. GS Prashant, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, joining us. George Kurian, political analyst. Gentlemen, good evening. Mr. Kurian, I remember having a conversation around Shrikanth Poojary, and you said law is taking its own course. Here's a man out on bail, and he says, I did no wrong. I was not absconding. This is witch hunt against me.
So, Pranesh, first of all, a very good evening to your audience and to my co-panelists and you. Every accused would say the same. You know, he's not guilty of any crime. Having said that, let me categorically make it very clear to your audience that this is no witch hunt against any Hindus or Hindu activists to begin with. The police is acting as per law, and these are the old cases which are pending.
Mr. Kurian, all very well for you to say that, but look at what the status report says. Where was he absconding?
Pranesh, I would like to put it this way. Does the BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party, for that matter, believe that whoever is accused in any case should be acquitted without trial? Is that what BJP?
No one is saying that. No one is saying that.
No, George. Let me come in, Pranesh.
The
issue here is, as BJP, we are not supporting anybody to say stand out of trial or they should be acquitted without trial. Due process of law must be followed. But you remember now, a while ago, what was George's statement? Every accused will make a statement that he is not guilty. So Rahul Gandhi making a statement is not guilty. Sonia Gandhi making a statement she is not guilty. DK Shivkumar making a statement he is not guilty. Dheeraj Sahu making a statement is not guilty. Which means all of them are accused with tangible proof, enough and more evidence about their wrongdoings and financial mispropriety. And they claim to be innocents now. Which means going by George's statement, those statements are false. They are actually guilty, but masquerading as not guilty people.
Okay, now gentlemen, just stay with us. We have more reactions coming in. I'll just bring you in. We have Vinod Bansal joining us. Sir, good evening. श्रीकांत पुजारी बाहर आ गए. उन्होंने कहा कि मैं एब्सकॉन्ड नहीं कर रहा था, मैं बिल्कुल कंप्लाई कर रहा था जो भी पुलिस के अधिकारी मुझे कहते थे, और ये एक तरह से साजिश है मुझे अयोध्या जाने से रोकने की.
देखिए, ये तो कांग्रेस सरकार का ये चाल चरित्र चेहरा बड़ा स्पष्ट है कि जब राम की बारी आती है तो राम भक्तों पर प्रहार करती है ये, और जब देश में हर्ष उल्लास का माहौल है, वातावरण है, तब उस उल्लास के माहौल में खलल डालने का काम जो है ना, ये कांग्रेस की लोग करते हैं. भाई अक्यूज कौन नहीं है? कांग्रेस के अंदर कितने सेंट्रल लीडरशिप के लोग बचे हैं जो अक्यूज नहीं है? तो क्या सारे के सारे अंदर हैं क्या? वो क्या हमेशा अंदर रहेंगे क्या? अरे भाई, बात ये है कि जो लीगल प्रोसेस है वो फॉलो करिए आप, उसके लिए कोई मना नहीं करता. लेकिन इस समय 30 साल के बाद में किसी बंदे को उठा करके एन मौके पर तब अरेस्ट करना, जबकि वो एक उत्सव का माहौल पूरे देश में बना हुआ है, तो ये तो सीधे सीधे मानसिकता को दर्शाता है. फिर दूसरी बात ये है कि भाई जो आदमी रेगुलर अपियर हो रहा है फिर भी इसको एब्सकॉन्डिंग दिखाना, ये तो ठीक नहीं है ना. ये एकदम उनकी जो कार्यशैली है, जो काम की तरीका है, उस पर कुछ प्रश्न चिन्ह लगाता है. सीधे सीधे ये कि भाई ये तो जो रामद्रोही कैरेक्टर है कांग्रेस का, वो बार बार एक्सपोज होता है. कोई तरीका थोड़ी हुआ. आप देखिए कि 30 साल तक केस चले और अब उसके बाद में अचानक वो अपराधी हो गया. अभी तक कोई दिक्कत नहीं थी इसको
जी.
ये तो चले, ये ठीक नहीं. और दूसरा एक नहीं है जी, कई सारे केसेस हैं अच्छे
जी.
कई सारे जो अपने पुलिस स्टेशन हैं जहां पर वो 30 साल पुराने सारे केसेस को
जी. तो आपको लग रहा है कि ये मोटिवेटेड अटेम्प्ट है, और टाइमिंग भी ऑब्वियसली अंडर स्कैनर है, लोग क्वेश्चन भी कर रहे हैं उसको. बंसल साहब, टाइम्स नाउ से बात करने के लिए शुक्रिया. Now, Mr. Kurian, the fundamental question is that just let's talk about the status report. That is a government document. How was this man absconding? How were top leaders of the Karnataka government, your leaders, senior leaders of the Congress party, saying that this man was absconding?
Well, Pranesh, let me make it clear that the Congress party is not trying to witch hunt or corner anybody for that matter. Whoever is accused in the case, the Congress party is all they're trying to do is close the pending cases. In this case, in the last 31 years, more than 19 years, BJP and JDS has been in power. in the state of Karnataka. Congress Party roughly about 12 years. So the Congress Party has taken the onus at this time and is committed to close all pending cases as far as which is disturbing peace and tranquility of the state. So this is what I would like to put.
Okay,
across
so
to your
Mr.
viewers.
Tiwari was disturbing peace and tranquility. GS Prashant.
See, this is the hypocrisy of Congress. When their leadership is caught with tons and tons of cash, you generally count money in saying lakhs, crores. Here in Congress leaders'
things
house,
you're putting up.
you have to count it as crores, lakhs in number of kgs, saying we found 3 tons of cash. That is the extent of corruption. And when investigation agencies go after these corrupt politicians, Congress says, look, they're targeting us when they're found with cash. Here is a man who has updated his Aadhaar recently, who's been living in the same city for the last 30 years. Congress and its leadership had no idea. And by the way, BJP was in power only for 8 years in the last 30 years, not 19 years. And Congress has been continuously
Along
in
with
power.
JDS.
And George, now that JDS has become NDA, don't come in because you also did a government with JDS in the beginning. So now you can't bring JDS into this. And moreover, what was the Siddaramaiah government's intelligence doing from 2013 to 2019? Was intelligence sleeping? They could have checked the pending cases, brought the corrupt to book if at all he was found guilty. It's not the case. It is a witch hunt being done to target Hindus, anti-Hindu mindset. They want to instill fear in the minds of Hindus that if you are a Ram Bhakt or if you are pro-Lord Ram, we will target you. And you look at it in context with what Hari Prasad said. Beware of a Godra-like situation, which means Congress leadership has planned a conspiracy and they are now planning it out, how to take it forward. And for this, they are making their agenda very clear. They are instilling fear in the minds of Hindu devotees to say, don't travel to Ayodhya, we will target you. If you are a Ram Bhakt, we will target you. Because for Congress, appeasement is its only mantra, and for the sake of appeasement, they will do anything. And for the sake of power, they will do anything. For
Is this a result of what the IUML had said?
Of course, Congress, Rahul Gandhi says IUML is secular. Can anybody say IUML is secular? IUML itself doesn't say it is secular.
Let Mr.
Whereas Rahul
Kurian
Gandhi
answer
says
that.
IUML is secular.
Well, Pranesh, all I can say at this point in time is that the Bharatiya Janata Party is trying to milk the Ram Mandir issue. There's nothing like that. The Congress Party welcomes the consecration ceremony at Ayodhya, and we hope that it brings peace and prosperity for the nation and all the Indians. And having said that, it's just a routine cases that has all the pending cases is trying to be cleared off. That's it, and there is no witch hunt here. There is nothing. There is no anti-Hindu element here. There is no.
Sir, I'll tell you. You can say that the BJP is trying to milk it, but you are giving them fodder, more ammunition to do it. Now, Mr. MB Patil has said, I'll tell you, sir, just sample this reaction. Mr. MB Patil, he says Shrikanth Poojary is a criminal. He has 18 cases registered against him. If you call him a Karsevak, then you're insulting Lord Ram. Is MB Patil a judge who gives him the license to pronounce verdict on people? Just because an individual has cases against him, does that make the individual guilty?
No, I don't second Mr. MB Patil's statement here. Let the law take its own course, and it should be done. So there's nothing. There is no two ways about it.
No, but I don't understand because, on one side you have Mr. MB Patil, then you have Shrikanth Poojary. On Shrikanth Poojary, Priyank Khadge was asked a question after Shrikanth Poojary got bail. He said that's the court's decision, not the government's. What does that mean?
Well, you mean with regards to Shrikanth Poojary?
Yes. Priyank Khadge said this. He said the decision to give him bail is a court's decision, not of the government's. What does this mean?
Absolutely, there is no interference. Pranesh, please understand. If there was any kind of interference from the government,
this is not about interference.
Definitely,
Mr. Kurian, I am not talking about interference. What does he mean?
Suspect there.
Is he suggesting that had it been on the government, you would have never released Mr. Poojary? What is Mr. Khadge trying to say?
Mr. Poojary has come out on bail post 7 days of judicial custody. Had that been the case, there was interference within the judiciary. He wouldn't have got judicial.
Mr. Kurian, you're not understanding my question. Okay. I'll give you some time to think about it. In the meanwhile, here's what MB Patil had said.
He has 18 cases against him. He was thrown out of the district. He is a Matka agent. If a Matka agent, if they call a Matka agent a Karsevak, then it is insulting Sri Ram. The law will take its own course. If police will not act of any bias, they may, as and when required, police, they will take their charges. That doesn't mean that Congress or the Home Minister or anybody, government has instructed that.
But it's a BJP allegation, sir. They are saying
BJP, they have no other role. They have been thrown out of power. People have sent them home.
The last bit, he says the BJP is acting out of desperation. GS Prashant.
This is coming from a person whose party doesn't even qualify to be a principal opposition in Lok Sabha. And they're at their historic low in their existence. And this sees arrogance just because they have won one state and they're not in power in any of the large states. And after humiliating losses in Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan recently, and Chhattisgarh also, they have the audacity to talk like this about people saying they've thrown out. No, it's just that, okay, Karnataka people believe that Congress may give them a better governance. They have chosen, but people are already regretting. Seeing Congress's infighting and the corruption which is now there, people are already regretting, and people will give the Congress a befitting reply in 2024, when probably Congress will sink to even further lows. And then MP Patil and his gang can celebrate saying, okay, this is what people have given us, let them be happy.
Let's see how this unfolds.
Congress will sink to its historic low.
Okay, we've run out of time. GS Prashant, George Kurian, thank you for joining us on Times Now. The news, viewers, is that Shrikanth Poojary has walked out of jail, and in his first interaction with Times Now, he said that this is a witch hunt against me. I was not absconding.